What's up, guys? Genesis King here, and welcome to Star Wars Fallen Republic mod. We will be playing as the Republic Loyalist. So, a couple things to start out with here. Number one, once again, thank you to the devs for giving me a press build copy of this mod to play early. And second, do keep in mind that it is a press build, therefore there may be changes or things that are different by the time this mod does get released. They haven't given me a specific date. So as I said, we will be playing as the Republic Loyalists. So to start off with, we start with our Rebel sympathies. This gives us plus 5% resources from jobs. So that's going to be a nice boost early on in the game. Governing ethics attraction is minus 10%, but we do get one additional envoy. Secondly, Beacon of Hope. We get plus 10% monthly unity and plus 10% diplomatic weight from our envoys. We are egalitarian, so we get plus 25% faction influence gain, as well as plus 5% specialist pop resource output. We're also pacifist, so Empire Sprawl from pops is minus 15%, and we get a plus 5 stability. And then we are xenophile, so trade plus 10% on the value for that, and an additional envoy. So we're going to start out the game with a decent number of envoys. And as I'll discuss here, once we get loaded into the game, that is going to be very important for the strategy that I think we're going to be employing in this. So we're going to leave everything as it is default here. We will be playing on the Canon Large Galaxy. So 1300 systems, 45 plus empires, and it's the lore-rich galaxy. So we're going to go ahead and dive into this. Okay, so here we are loaded into the game. The Republic Loyalists are a collection of worlds whose membership still retains power within the Imperial Senate and resists the Galactic Empire's attempts to dismantle their constitutional democracy. So yeah, that is what we're starting with. And as I showed in my little preview video that I did a few days ago now, we do have these options to start off the game with here. I do think we are going to start with a United Empire. It is a little bit more of a challenge to start with this way. From what I've been told by the devs and kind of playing on my own, it is a little bit more of a challenge, so I think we are going to go with that. And then for the habitability system, so this is a personal choice for me. I don't like to micromanage a lot of planets, and I still don't trust the sector system to a certain extent in this game. So I think we will only be doing 75% of habitable planets. If you disagree with that, let me know down in the comments. And you know, we can hash it out down there, but we're going to go ahead and go with 75% of habitable planets, and then our ruler mandate. Now, keep in mind that when you do start this mod, you do need to let it run for a day to let some of the stuff fire, and there we go. Okay, so, whew. Emperor Palpatine's talking to us. After the destruction of the Confederacy of Independent Systems and the Jedi Order. I had to let him finish. Oh, that goes on forever. Okay. After the destruction of the Confederacy of the Independent Systems and the Jedi Order, the Galactic Republic and its institutions were swept away. The declaration of a new order provided that the Galactic Republic and all of its members will be reorganized in the First Galactic Empire. Alright, so Alliance Invitation, yeah. Let's get rid of all of this. Because basically that's just all the empires and the scripts triggering up here. And immediately we get a request for a research agreement with the Ryloth Protectorate. So let's go ahead and do that. And let's go ahead and talk strategy here. Okay, so we are starting as a member of the First Galactic Empire. That being said, our strategies are going to be a few things. Number one, early on, we're going to want to play very diplomatically. We don't start with too strong of a fleet here. We only start with an 8K fleet. We start with... Ooh, when did that happen? They must have updated this. Where are we at? Hey, we start with two-star cruisers. That's interesting. Every other game I've started on this has started with one. But regardless, our fleet is not that strong to start off with. So we're not going to be able to get into fights until we can get our military might built up. So, like I said, that means we need to play diplomatically. So number one, I want to make friends with the Corellian security. Obviously the Mon Calamari monarchy over here, and then probably the Bothans. We want to be friendly with them. I'm also going to want to make friends with the Mandalorians, as well as, I think I already said this, but the Corellian security sector down here as well. So let's go ahead and pick out some tech to start off with here. I think I want to grab the research station output of plus 10%. That should be a nice early start. Let's also grab our plus 5% to our pop growth speed, because in this game, population is king, or I guess in this case, emperor. So we'll go with that. And then we'll also go ahead and grab engineering research plus 20% over here. We are negative XP on the Galactic Empire. I do not care about that at this point in time. And yeah, we'll get that going. Before we go ahead and unpause here, let's take a look at our planets. Most of these planets are only going to have the Capitol building on it to start off with here. So there is a few things that I want to do before we unpause. Number one, I want to create some sectors. So let's do that. Let's unpause. That's going to make that sector. And actually, you know what? We'll go through and we'll do this once we get unpaused. But let's go ahead and get a leader assigned. We've already got one here who has plus research. So let's go ahead and get them assigned. The first few things that we're going to want to do actually in-game is we're going to want to get construction ships going. Because as you can see, none of our resources are being harnessed. So let's go ahead and get you to start working on the research stations in our home system here and building mining. And then let's hop over to our station here and get a couple of construction ships queued up. And we'll go ahead and send our science ship over here since it'll be nice and quick. So with that, let's unpause. And like I was saying, it's going to be very, very key for us to try to start harnessing all of these resources as soon as we possibly can. The other thing that we want to make sure we do is get some colonies going fairly early on. As far as planets go, okay, so we have hit our first event here, and that is we have left the Galactic Empire. It looks like the Corellian security have actually stayed on. So they've stayed on as part of that federation, but the Moncal, ourselves, and the Bothans, it looks like, as well as Ryloth, have all broken away from the Empire. Immediately research agreements out the wazoo. Oh, yep, there is the event. Schism in the First Galactic Empire. Shortly after the transformation of the Galactic Republic into the First Galactic Empire, several minor powers, led by the Republic Loyalists, began to resist Imperial mandates. While at first this took the form of nonviolent resistance and civil disobedience, they are now openly challenging the Empire's authority and gathering fleets to their cause. Furthermore, the Corellian security, the Rhodian clans, the Pantoran Assembly, the Senex Sector, the Kingdom of Zeltos, the Centrality, and the Galactic Council, and the Syrian Council have also all declared their independence. Outrageous. So actually, I think the Corellians did break away there. We do want to do that research agreement. Aha, they did. Good stuff. Let's see, more research agreements. Yes, we want to do this to start off with, because we want to be friends with as many people as possible. The reason being, when the Galactic Civil War, when that event triggers later on, there is not, from what the devs have told me, there is not a guarantee of who joins what side. It's all depending on what your relationship to them is and their relationship to the Galactic Empire is. So we want to go ahead and get some of our envoys assigned. So let's go ahead and improve relations with you. Let's send an envoy. So I want to send an envoy there. I want to send an envoy to the Corellians. I think, yeah, we want to go ahead and send one to the Bothans as well. Although, you know what? They're already friendly to us, and our relationship is improving there. So I think we want to send one here just to hold off any potential for war. We're also going to sit on one of our envoys just to make sure that we've got something in our pocket in case we need it. So let's let it run on normal here for a little bit. Interestingly enough, and this actually hasn't happened in my other games, We are starting with -4 on hyperfuel. So that's a thing that we're going to need to start with. Here, I'm actually going to go ahead and drop a research lab, because tech is going to be very important to us early on. And then here, let's go ahead and get a hyperfuel refinery. So the hyperfuel refinery does turn hypermatter into hyperfuel, and it will produce +8, so it should get us back in the positive. So let's get that built. Defensive pack invitation, more commercial packs. So yes, we want to do that. Okay, so we just agreed to all that stuff, and then they broke it off. So that's a thing. Okay, you guys, will you do commercial? Yes, you will. I am okay burning some of our influence on this to start the game. Not aggression with the you know what? I don't want to burn my influence on that. So we're going to go ahead and sit on that. While this is running at normal speed and we're getting... there is our second construction ship. So we want to make sure we get that guy going. Let's send you north. And as we go through this early game, I am going to be doing research stations before mining stations. With the thought being, we've already got a decent amount of production up here. Well, with the exception of alloys. So I want to get research in before we get our production in, because we are already in the positive. All right, let's go ahead and unpause. And yeah, so we'll take a look at our territory here real quick. We do have this northern sector here, and then we also have this southern sector down here. And down here in the south, where Alderaan, Cantel, Chandrila, Bentonel, that's all going to be down there. And I don't know, and let me know down in the comments, do you think we should invest in these systems down here? I feel like when we start the war with the Galactic Empire, this is going to be kind of the first thing to fall. So I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be worth it to invest heavily in here, if we're just going to lose the territory straight off the bat. Let me know that down in the comments. Also, let me know if you have any thoughts. I know you guys haven't played the game, but if you have any thoughts on strategy as you see me playing it, please let me know down in the comments. I would greatly appreciate any advice that you all have. So we've got our first tradition here, and I kind of want to look at this very, very briefly. One thing I do want to do is to start the Rebel Alliance chain, but I don't want to do it until we're a little bit stronger, because the adoption effects, in addition to influence cost reduced by 50% and pop growth and migration by 10, it does unlock the Rebel Alliance event chain, and I don't want to trigger that before we're ready. So I think the first thing we're going to start with, because we are going to be colonizing super early, is going to be mobility. So we're going to go ahead and start with that. We'll probably come down here to this guy right here, and then probably start analysis, but we'll see how that goes. Because we do, like I said, we definitely want to get colonization started, and I think we're going to start with this guy right here. Let's send some humans over there, and we'll get that colonized and get that going. While this is kind of running, let's go ahead and get some sectors set up here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Don't know if I want to put you as a sector. We'll definitely come down here and say you are going to be a sector. Let's go ahead and get a leader assigned here. Building cost. I like the sound of that. So we'll get you going on that, and then let's get Alderaan. Let's get you started as another sector here. Oh, you have already been put in that sector. Okay.
Survey complete.
System has been surveyed. Very good. Where are you at? Tide can't. Okay, we'll mess with that as we go along. It's not super vital, but I would like to get the boosts and stuff going as soon as possible. We also need to focus on getting our military capabilities built up. At the start of the game, we do only have the one orbital shipyard, And it's not even a heavy orbital shipyard, so we can't build large ships here. We can only build our smaller stuff. So that's another thing we're going to need to focus on. There's a lot of stuff we're going to have to focus on as the Republic Loyalists to get ourselves built up and ready to fight the Empire when that time does come. Alright, another construction ship is up. So let's get you moving that away. And just, like I said, we just need to get resources going as quickly as we possibly can. You go ahead and head up there and survey. We do have an event already. Or rather, not an event. An investigate aliens. So let's go ahead and do... well, you know what? No. No. We need to focus on getting that research going. So let's make sure we do that. Alright, let's move into... colony ship build speed. Cost minus 25%. And let's go ahead and up the speed here in a moment. So rebel engineering experts. Some time ago, an Imperial patrol noticed one of our secret hangars within their borders. Besides heavy losses of starfighters and crew, the Empire also imprisoned some of our best engineers. If we could manage to rescue them, it would be a huge boost to our production. We know that they are being transported in a small Imperial vessel. Yeah, we're going to try to rescue him. I think that's going to be one of the things here is I am pretty well going to go with... I'm going to go with what would the rebels actually do in a situation, and we're just going to go with that on the event. Unfortunately, our attempt to free them ended becoming a total disaster. So that's going to cost us 250 credits, as well as minus 150... what is that? Laser cells? Oh, that's unfortunate. And the Galactic Empire likes us less. Great. Just great. Okay, can I upgrade you yet? Do I have... no, I don't have the alloys. Yeah, so as you can see to start, we are only at plus 17, which is pretty not great having an 8K fleet. It does definitely make our larger ships more valuable to us. So I'm personally going to be very hesitant on getting into a fight. Now, if we do end up with a neighbor who is going to be significantly weaker than us, I think that we might go for it at that point. But if I look, I think most of these guys' fleets are going to be at least equivalent to us, if not superior. Yeah, equivalent. Even you guys... well, you're inferior. However, you're part of that federation, so we're not going to attack you. We're not going to piss off the Galactic Empire this early into our series. Alright, that construction ship is done. Let's send you... probably that way? Sure. Let's go ahead and queue you up to come up there when you're done. And the reason that I want to get a station built down here is so that I can get a construction ship going to start filling in, or not filling in, but building out all of these stations down here to get mining and all that good stuff. So yeah, we want to make sure we kind of rush down to this, because this is going to have decent research for us. That's done. We are back into the positive on hyperfuel, so that's good. You know what? Go ahead and go build me that mining station.
Establishing colony.
Colony has been started. Let's grab... oh, because I started the colony... I gotta wait 2 more months. That was unfortunate timing right there. Very unfortunate timing. Okay, so on Dantooine, we are short on amenities, and we need 3 jobs. Do I want to hurt our Empire sprawl more than it already is by going with a sector? Or should I start with a building? I think we need to get more alloy production going as we slide this over a bit more. So let's get a foundry going to get that boosted just a little bit. All right, so we do have an anomaly. I think we will leave this for now. That's way too much time to be devoting to anomaly this early in the game on that low of a level of scientist. And oh, hey, we have met the Commerce Guild. Very, very good. All right, there is that. I think we want to move into analysis, potentially. Or do we want to go down this? You know what? Let's grab the additional habitability. That will reduce some of the modifiers that we have on these planets. So that should bump up to 100. Ooh, light or dark? Will our leaders aim to walk in the light as Jedi or stalk the shadows as Sith? The light guides us. We're the rebellion. Let's see. Palace infiltration. We managed to infiltrate the palace of a local Moff, and our spy found some hidden spice, most likely for illegal partying. Those Moffs, I'm telling you, man. Okay, so use it to blame an Imperial governor or steal the spice. I think we want to use it to blame the Imperial governor. We'll see how that goes. We succeeded in blaming the Moff. He will be executed. One less Imperial, and we get 100 influence out of it. Very good. Very, very good.
Course approved.
Alright, I want to make sure you get some orders queued up. I think I will send you over to here to grab those credits. You, when you are done, go ahead and come down there. Alright, so we're going to get this starting to build out. Need to find out who is sitting in here, which we will do at some point. We also need to take a look at our ship designs, just to make sure it's built how we'd like it to be built. Communication established with the Intergalactic Banking Clan. Hello. And a non-aggression pact between us and the Corellian security. I will agree to that. I also think we want to go non-aggression pact here, although we don't want to be burning a lot of influence because there are a decent amount of events, speaking of Tales of the Cantina, that are going to require us to have influence, and I want to make sure that we have it. So I think we'll back off that for now, but I think we will form a research agreement. I think that'll be more profitable than having a non-aggression pact with them. Okay, so Tales from the Cantina. So this is a unique mechanic in the mod, where we pay 500 credits and 50 influence, and it triggers some sort of event, or it gives us some sort of excavation site for us to check out. So credits for information, yes please. Alright, situation log. I think that will give it to us here in a moment. Yep, there's the archaeological site. Where are you at? All the way down in Alderaan, so that's something. Now, what do we have? A harrowing find. World has yielded unexpected results. Concentration of alloy durasteel. Okay. We'll go and take a look at that here probably next episode, because we are going to go ahead and wrap this one up here. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. As always, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Stellaris and sci-fi gaming fun. I'll talk to you all in the next one. Later, everybody.